Great to see you, Jeremy, as per usual. Looking forward to catching up.
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah, very well, thank you. Excited, very excited.
You had a good summer?
Season. Not bad, not as busy as yours.
No, I'm sure.
Jeremy, I was going to ask how your summer was, but I guess there's been absolutely no rest for you. You've been here, you've been busy. We are in the middle of silly season at the moment, rumours and speculation all over the place. How are you facing all of those rumours, all that speculation?
Quite honestly, we haven't got time for the rumours, misinformation. And this is a professionally run club with strong support from our owners, strong management team, and we're just getting on with putting everything in place. And we're in a good spot. We're ready for the season.
Beautiful. Speaking of the season, before a ball has even been kicked, we're ahead of the 26-27 season. With regards to the men's, the women's and the academy teams, what are your predictions?
Okay, let me be clear. We know our owners are very ambitious. Everyone at the club is ambitious, our managers are ambitious, and the players who've joined us have come here because they think this is the club where their ambitions can be realised. So we're all aligned on our goals, and there should be no confusion about that.
The supporters are also ambitious. They're always incredible as well, even from someone who's entered the club this time last year. Are you ever surprised at their commitment and their noise levels and their backing of the team?
So it doesn't surprise me about the fans. I've been a Blues fan all my life. I know what they're like, and they are the best. And we never take them for granted either. You know, everything we do is constantly trying to say, how can we reward them? How can we make them feel more engaged with the club? How can we build that connection? And so over the last few years, we've focused a lot on the match day experience. So making sure that it's not just about the 90 minutes, and they've rewarded us by coming down and spending hours beforehand and enjoying the game and bringing the noise. And this year, we're adding something else into that because we looked at the fans who travel away from home, and there's about 1,000 of them who go to virtually every game and do about 6,000 miles. And we wanted to reward them. And I was talking to Chris Davis and Ben Petty on the pre-season tour, and they didn't realise, just the level of commitment that these people go to. So they wanted to say thank you, and there's no better way than inviting them down for an evening in the fan park, buying them a pint, and, before the season starts. And I think that is just, the type of club we are. And we wanted to do it for all the away fans who could travel, but we just can't get everyone in the fan park. So we have had to limit it to Platinum Plus and Platinum, but that's who we are. That's what we try and do.
Speaking of the time and the effort and the money, especially that the supporters put into the football club, there is, of course, the business side of the football club as well. Brand new commercial opportunities have been announced, haven't they?
Yep. So Coral are doing front of shirt, and that's enabled us to increase the amount of revenue that's coming into the club. And there's a lot more partners. We're seeing University of Birmingham has renewed and has increased their commitment to the club. And then it's also great to have the world's leading soft drink brand Coca-Cola now as one of our partners. So we will generate more commercial revenue again this year than we've ever done. And it makes, the numbers we were doing 2 or 3 years ago pale into insignificance.
What made you go with Coral?
Well, one of the things with Coral is they came on board about 18 months ago, and they have been the best partners to work with. They've put on some amazing events at the club, and before last season they came to us and said they wanted to donate £500 for every goal scored here at St Andrews to go to the foundation because they want to be part of that community. And that money has helped to build a number of programmes which make a real difference in the city. And so they have just been fabulous partners who get involved in everything. When we were doing the Peaky Blinders match day, they put on, a betting sort of thing, around that. And so they were great. They decided because of the strength of our relationship, they're now on the front of shirt, and which better team to do than Birmingham.
And of course that will transfer into success on the pitch at some point as well.
Yeah, all the money which we are generating at the football club is being used to invest on the pitch so that we can achieve our ambitions.
Let's talk about the men's and the women's team. First of all, the men's team. This time last year, there were 14 signings going back into the championship. This time, there's a few less.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the transfer market and the way it's been going?
Well, I think the plan for the summer was developed by our recruitment team and Chris, and has been in the works many months before the end of the summer. So it was always going to be a more consistent team. We didn't need to make the changes we made before. So the plan has just been executed. We've taken John Solis, who was on loan last year and made his move permanent. James Beadle has come back again. So whilst they're signings, they're actually providing a level of consistency. It was great to take a captain of one of our rival teams and bring in Dale, and he saw the ambition at this club, and that's what attracted him here. We've announced the signing of Luis Vasquez, who is a big, powerful, strong centre forward, and I think we certainly need that level of physicality in the Championship. There's some bruising games we have to play, so great to have him in the squad. And we've also announced the signing of Christopher Lund, who will be our left back, replacing Kai Wagner. And he's a young player, come from the City Group. He's 24, got loads of potential, and we think he can be a Premier League player in the future.
And then you've got a player like August Prisker, who came in January, who's clearly got off the market before the end of the season, been scoring goals in pre-season, and it's going to be his first full season as well, and he looks a diamond.
Yeah, I think we're all excited about the team, and we know our team can compete in the Championship. There was only 2 teams who got more points at home than we did last season. Our problem was we didn't get anywhere near enough points on the road. And so we know we've got the players to compete. We've just got to be able to make sure we do it on our travels as well as here at the fortress that is St Andrews.
Speaking of transfers and signings, what's going on with the director of football?
Okay. Well, first off, nothing has stopped because we haven't appointed a director of football. The summer window plan was agreed a long time ago, and that's what we're executing against. So that isn't causing us to slow down in any way. That's the first point. The second point I'd say is, like we were talking before, when we have something to say, we'll say it.
Turning our focus to the women's team, back where they belong, in the WSL. Hope Amy and the gang aren't going to be there just to make up numbers, though.
No, totally not. We've increased the budget to make sure that we can consolidate a position in the WSL. Hope and Amy have been out there recruiting some established WSL 1 players, made a number of signings from both Europe and also Manchester United in particular. And so, no, we're very confident and excited for the women's team. And it's going to be great welcoming teams like Man City and Arsenal and Man United here to St Andrews. But it's also something that we encourage our fans to do is come on the road with us, dust off the GPSs and go out to, the Emirates and, even Villa Park. And, because these are all stadiums we're going to be going to in the not too distant future.
Right. Men's team sorted, women's team sorted. How about the academy?
Yeah. I'll tell you, one of the things I've enjoyed most about pre-season is actually seeing the academy players come through and get a chance. And 4 of them came out to pre-season in Portugal and equipped themselves very, very well. And that was an absolute thrill. And then seeing a number of them get involved in the games against Crewe in Northampton, again, they equipped themselves well. And so sometimes, these are the moments when some people really come through and make a stake for, being in and around the squad. Nothing would please any of us more than seeing, some of these kids come through and get on the bench and maybe make their debut later in the season.
We are obviously sat at St Andrews and Knighthead Park in the Alliance. That is a beautiful, beautiful view. Let's talk about the infrastructure as well. Everyone is going to be watching this and wanting me to talk about the sports quarter and of course the powerhouse as well. But we've also got St Andrews and Knighthead Park, Epic and the KPC as well. And work is continually improving in those areas as well.
Yeah, I mean, the capital we spent on St Andrews was really in the first 2 summers of Knighthead's ownership. There isn't that much more we've done other than just make sure that it's beautifully maintained. We have created the home ground where we've turned the Globe and Ball into a coffee shop, still beer being sold in there. And yeah, exactly.
Very good coffee.
And and that's intended as a staff canteen. Which we use in the course of the week, but also anybody who's coming down to the retail shop. And so that's open during weekdays as well now. So that's, provides a different offering. But most of the work at St Andrews was really done, in the first sort of 2 years.
Jeremy, I have to press you on the powerhouse and the sports quarter. If I didn't, I'm sure the fans would be asking me what I'm doing sat here. How's the progress looking?
No, it's all good. There's a lot of work gone on in terms of consultation with fans and local communities. And we also have to do that consultation with the emergency services to make sure that, it's all compliant and we can make sure we keep 62,000 fans safe every time they come to the game. So all of that work is going on, and that's, progressing at speed. It's not a quick job, though, to build a 62,000 seater stadium, and there's a lot of infrastructure that's got to be worked through. That's all being led by Nick Smith, who's working very closely with the Knighthead team. They're focusing very much on that, and we're focusing on making sure that, Birmingham City today is the best it can possibly be.
As we record this, we're only days away from what is going to sound like a strange and wonderful sentence, but I'm sure it's just a preview of the future. Barcelona are in Birmingham.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you as a fan, as part of the staff here, and to the club as a whole?
Yeah, no, listen, I think it's crazy, and I think it's exciting. I mean, to think a few years ago we were going to host Barcelona, people wouldn't believe it, but we managed to pull it off and get Barcelona to come to town. We're sold out of the tickets. Now, sellouts, aren't, unfamiliar here, but they are for friendlies. So to think we're going to open the season playing Barcelona, I think the last time they were here was in 1960, and I think it's fabulous. Now, some of their stars who were in the World Cup final is probably still on holiday, so they won't be playing. But Barcelona won't be taking it lightly because their league season starts in a couple of weeks' time. So it'll be a great day and a great occasion, and we want to make sure that it's a festival of football and we welcome the fans back because we've missed them. It's been a few months since we've had them here, and it's going to be a special day where we welcome them back and we're all excited for the season. And what a better way to start, an exciting season with, Barcelona.
And a chance to debut the brand new kit as well.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, the blue and the gold was stunning, but to get back to the royal blue and white is obviously where it's at.
No, I agree. And nothing beats the blue and the white. So no, we're delighted to have launched that. And everyone's been getting a little bit angst about when it's coming out. And we deliberately held it back from World Cup until the World Cup was over because we didn't want to get too cluttered, with the England launch. And with Coral coming on board, it was important that we also just delayed it an extra week to make sure that they were all ready to be able to capitalise on that. And so some of the timings have to work not just for our fans, but also for our commercial partners and all of the activities which we've got in place.
Jeremy, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask about Tom Wagner's progress, how he is. Have you been keeping in contact?
Yeah, I talk to Tom probably every other day. It's great, hearing him, and he's still focusing on his rehabilitation, but he loves this club deeply, and he can't wait to be back.
We love him deeply, can't wait to see him back. And finally, we started, of course, talking about the speculation and trying to relax everyone. Everyone at Birmingham City knows exactly what they're doing. What message have you got to send the fans ahead of the new season?
Well, look, I think during the summer, there's obviously periods of quiet and where we're not announcing a number of things. But that doesn't mean there's any less work going on. The team of the club are working tirelessly every single day to make sure that we're ready for the start of the season. And what you've seen now is we've launched the kit, we've got a good front of shirt sponsor, we've got a number of other commercial partners who are coming through. There will be a number of others come out in the next couple of weeks. So commercially, we are doing absolutely fine. In terms of the player trading, we've got a number of those, and you start seeing the signings come through, and that's all happening in accordance with plan. A little bit later than in previous seasons because of the World Cup, but that's only to be expected. And everything is looking fabulous here. And so the message to fans is going, this is the best time ever to be a Blues fan. Come enjoy the season, come and bring the noise, come and be part of this. We know where we're going, and just come and trust in the owners, trust in the leadership team here, trust in every single employee, because this is the best time to be a Blues fan. So let's enjoy the journey and keep right on.
Jeremy Dale, thank you.
All right, pleasure. All the best.